Next in this question is basic calculator. This question is high level. You can see how the company tech, because so many company ask this question, so you must have to prepare this question. Actually, this question is really hard to explain. So I will try my best. You can go through this description. Given a string as representing a valid expression, implement a basic calculator to evaluate and return a result of the evaluation. Note, you are not allowed to use any built-in function which evaluate a string as mathematical expression such as this one. So it's very easy, right? You use your eyes can see 1 plus 1 equal to 2. So actually here is space, right, between 1 and the plus side. Okay, but anyway, and you also can see here using the opening bracket and closing bracket, right? So when you saw this kind of, it's kind of like a hint, right? If you see this one, you can just use the stack. Okay, now let's go through. I will go through each example, so hopefully you can understand this question. And then here uh, is input, output, aside, the side. Okay, is sum. We need to return sum as result, and then sign can have plus and minus, right? So now here sign, I will using for example 1 equal is representing the plus side, and the negative 1, which means is minus side. So you can understand I will use this number represent either side. Now here number mean here number mean can be 1, maybe 10. Actually, we will go through this one first, and then we got this one. So which means here not only one single digit, maybe double digit, right? So 21, 22, 21, 22, right? Maybe 100. If these 3 digits connect together, or you can understand it's adjacent digit, right? So here we need to use the number to keep track of all the digit, which they are connected, right? Now here is sum. This one is the stack. So okay, now for example, we have the 10 minus 2 and plus 5. So we will actually we point to here. We add a 1 into here, and then we point to move into next digit. Next character we find out also is digit, right? So we know the previous number need to time to 10 plus the current digit. So you know this formula, right? So now I will not talk to time here. Now, why if we you can see here we have 2 sign. If we sign point to here, when we point to here, we need to do one thing. We need to calculate this part. So we need to 10 minus 2 minus 2. So you can understand the sign is equal to negative 1. The number is 2. Sorry, it's negative 1, okay? Because it's minus sign, right? The sign is 10. Now when we point here, now we need to do one thing. We need to do calculation here. Now let me remove this. It's a little bit messy here. So now we need to one thing here. We need to calculate this part. When we point here, if the current character is the sign, we need to do this calculation. Now the previous sign is negative 1, number is 2, the current number is 2, the sign is 10. Here is sign. The sign is for the previous one, and the number is here. Now we will get a, right? So now the sign will become A, and then the number will become 0 because we already used it, right? When we after use it, we need to redefine the number equal to 0, and then now because we also already use the minus sign, right? So we know current because we encounter this sign. That's why we do this calculation, because now the sign operator we already used, right? Now we need to assign the current sign to here. Now we know it's plus, right? So now here we need to put the 1. 1 is represent its plus sign, right? Now to tell you the logic how to do it here. And let's do the example I already put here. Sorry, let me remove this one. Now we have pointer, doing the same thing. Pointer is 1. Oh, sorry, because initially we need to assign 1 to the sign. Okay. Now here's 0, 0, 0 here. Now we point to 1. Okay, we point to 1. So here we need to update to 1. Now we point to second character. Actually, here is empty. We just skip it. We don't need to care about this one. So now we will point to the plus sign. If we encounter the sign, plus sign, either plus sign or minus sign, we need to do calculation, right? Now we need to do here. So sum equal to, we need to do this formula equal to the sign times to s mean is sign. Okay, it's number. So here the calculation is just time this together. This 1 times 1 equal to 1. So the sum equal to 1, right? Now this here, because we already used the number, right? So we need to redefine this one, reassign 0 to number, and then now what is here? So we need to find the current character. What is the current character? We know it's plus, right? So we need to assign 1 to the sign. Now we point to here. Okay, now the number should be 1. Now he point to here. So now when we break, we already go through each character in a given string. We need to check. We still have one more if statement. We need to check. Okay, the number equal to 0 or not. If not equal to 0, so we need to do here sign plus the, we need to, before we the 1 assigned to here, added to here, we need to do one thing. Sign the sign times to the number. We know because sometimes maybe the sign is -1. Now current is positive, right? So now we got 1. So the current sum plus the 1 equal to 2. So here, so that's why we got the 2. But you can maybe confuse why we didn't use the stack, because the example is really simple, so we don't need to use the stack. Now we can see the second example. Now here, second example here. Now here, when we do the same thing, before we start go through each character in a given string, we need to, here, initially we need to assign 1 to the sign. And then here 0, then 0. And now we know here's empty, right? If we encounter empty, just skip it. Point to next character. So we find out, okay, this one is digit. Now we need to assign a 2 to number, right? Now we point to next one. So we find out, okay, it's minus. So here we need to do calculation from here. Now So we need to do sign time to number. We got a 2, right? We need to time the both. And then we got 2. 2 sum plus 2 equal to 2, right? So the sum should be equal to, and then we need to initialize the number is 0. And then we current is minus, right? So now we need to, here should be -1. Now pointer point to next character is 1. So we assign a 1 to number. Now we point to here. Okay, we find out, okay, it's plus sign, right? We need to do calculation. So doing the same thing here. We need to sign time to number. So we got -1, right? -1. So sum plus -1. What is the result? It should be 1, right? So now the current sum is 1. Oh, sorry. Okay, current sum is 1. And then the number, because we already used the number, previous number, right? So we need to reinitialize here 0. And then the current sign equal to 1. -1, right? We need, because the current sign is positive. So here it should be 1 here. And do the same thing, 2, right? So now the numbers should be not 0 anymore, it should be 2. Now we know we already reached the end of string, right? So now we still have 1 if, because here we already break the while loop. Now we need to do one more thing. We have the if statement, right? We need to check this one equal to 0 or not. If it's still not 0, okay, which means we still have last digit. We'll still have one number we didn't calculate. So do the same thing here. Sign time to number, we got a 2. So here 2 equal to 3. So let's see the result is 3, right? So now we can check in the last example here. And this one is we use the stack because they have opening bracket and a closing bracket. Now here we need to it's 23. Okay, 23. Now before we start go through this input, we need to here's 1, it's 0, 1 and 1. Now okay, now we are pointing the first character. Now we encounter opening bracket. So now if we encounter opening bracket, we need to do two things. We need to add this one and add a sign, put it in the stack. So make sure sign always add first and then followed by sign. Why? Because we will pop up this one, which means sign, right? And this one is number. So we will get this one plus. Now here plus is the sign, right? So we need to make sure and the sound, and then you add the side. You need to follow this way. Now we can go to, okay, now we add this one. So now we need to initial here equal to, oh sorry, it should be 0, right? Okay, 1 second. Okay, here should be 0. Okay, when we encounter this opening bracket, so we need to add a sign first and then sign later. So we got a 0, 1. And then after that, after these two store it into the stack, we need to reinitialize this one. So it's still 1, it's still 0. Now it's 0, and here should be the sign is 1. Now 1 always in the initially. Now we point to 1, right? So now we have pointer point to this one. So now we know here number should be 1, right? Now we point to next character. Okay, now it's in the plus. So we know now we need to do calculator. We need to do calculator. So we need to do here sign time to number. We got 1. We got 1, right? Sum the current sum equal to 0. 0 plus 1 equal. So now sum become 1. Now after here, the number becomes 0. We know the sign is 1, but current now we need to change it to here. But we know it's still plus, right? So we don't need to change it here. Now point to next open bracket. So now we do one thing. We need to add a sum, because we need to add sum first and the sign later. Now we need to hear sum. We need to become 0. The size because still reassigned to 1. Okay, now pointer point to 4. Right, now number will become 4. Now we will point to plus side. So now do the same thing. 1 times to 4, we got the 4. So the sum become to 4. And because the current is still plus side, right? So it's still plus. It's still 1, yeah. Now actually here need to become to 0. Now but here we point to 5. So the 0 will become 5. Now we point to next character. We know his plus side, right? Now we need to 1 times to 5 got 5. So 4 plus 5 we got a 9, right? So now here do the same thing. The sign, because the current sign also equal to 1. So just only change the number to 0. Now next is 2. Okay, number become 2. Okay, now we are finished here. We point to closing bracket, right? Now the closing bracket here, we need to do same thing here. If we encounter closing bracket, we need to sign need to time to 2, so equal to 2, right? The 9 plus 2 equal to 11. So I would say the current sum is 11. Right. After here, now because we already used the 0, right? The 0 need to initial to 0, and then the sum we need to pop out this here, because we find out here is one is closing and the opening and the closing bracket, right? So now we need to pop out this 2. So we will got 1 plus, because first 1 is the sign, right? The 1 is the plus side, right? So here plus side, and then we pop out this. We each time we need to each time we encounter closing bracket. Each time we encounter closing bracket, we need to pop out the first 2 number from stack. Here the first one is sign, right? Here sign, and then here's number. Now we pop a name. We need to add the current sum. The current sum 11. So now we got 12, right? Now because we already used these two, now let's remove it. So now we know the sum will become 12. Now we just keep moving to next character. Our next character, you will find out, okay, this one is minus sign. So now we're doing the same thing here. 1 times 2 0 is just 0, right? 12 plus 0 is still 12. So we don't need to do anything here. And then we know here's minus sign. So here it should be minus 1. Now pointer point to 3. Now number become 3. It's a little bit messy here. 3. Now we encounter now point to next character. We encounter a lot closing bracket, right? Here. Now do the same thing here. We need to, minus 1 times 2 3. We got a minus 3. So 12 minus 3. We got a 9, right? The current sum become 9. Here's 9. And the number becomes 0. And then we need to pop on these two number from stack. This one is 1, right? And the first number means sign. So it's plus. Now we got a 0. It's a 9. Okay, we got a 9, right? That's still 9. 0 plus 9 is still equal to 9. Now, because we already pop on this first two number, now it's empty. And the star is empty now. Now we pointer here. We know his plus sign, right? Now we do here. Negative 1 times 2 0, still 0. 9 plus 0 still 9. We don't need to change here, but we need to change sign because the current character is plus sign. Now it should be 1, right? Now we just keep processing this step. Now we encounter opening bracket. So we need to do one thing. We need to add a sum here. We need to add a sign here. And then the sum after adding a 9 to the stack. So here should be 0. Sign should become 1 because it's still 1. So we don't need to change here. But now point to 6 and the number becomes 6, right? Now the pointer will point to this character, it point to the plus sign. So now we need to do calculation here. 1 times 2 6 is 6, right? Now sign is, now we got a 6. Now 0 plus 6, we got a 6. Now here is 6. And then the number become to 0 and the sign number become to 0, right? And the sign become to 1. Okay, we don't need to change it here because he already is 1. Now point to here. Now it's A. 1 times to A. Oh, we don't. Oh, sorry. A. Now number become A. Now we point to the closing bracket. So now we do that here. 1 times to A, we got A. A plus 6, we got 14. So now sum become 14. Here become 0. Now here become 14. Right. after we got 14, so we need to pop on this the stack. 9 plus 1 plus 14, we got 23, right? Now, and when we reach the end, we need to check the number is equal to 0 or not. We find out, okay, it's 0, so we don't need to, when there's no number left, so we just return this as result. Now, let's start coding up. So first thing, we need to stack now we have sign equal to 1, we have number equal to 0, we have sum, so return sum. So now we need to go through the string equal to here we need to check character is digit. If yes, now we know a 0. We got this one. Else if minus plus sign, now we need to do calculation. So when the sum equal to now times 2 sign, so it's to plus equal to, and then when the sign, because the current character is in the plus, so which means we encounter plus, so here should be 1, and the number equal to 0. Now do the same thing here. So also you can copy here. So it can become -1. Now we have the opening bracket. We need to add we need to add a sum first, right? And the sign later. And the sum needs to initial to 0. And sign equal to 1. Now here we don't need to create empty space between two characters. Now we need to do same thing here. Calculation and the sign. No, none should be equal to 0, and then the sum go to start up first character, the sum plus equal to stack the pub. Now he's in the previous sum plus current sum, and then after here we need to check the noun not equal to 0, which means we need to add here. Now let's run it. Okay, you can see pass on the test case. So the time complexity is just b of n because I just go through each character in a given string only once. Namespace complexity is b b of n because I store. Actually, I didn't store owner number in a stack. No, but I would say the worst case is b of n. So thank you for watching.